Tennessee State University is committed to your success. This video will give you important strategies to help you ace your courses. Consider this. Think about how you are going to attack your courses. What is your mindset? Have you ever critiqued your own thinking and learning? Did you know that there are different levels of learning? You will be introduced to them. Finally, you will be given several strategies to improve your study habits. Let's consider your mindset first. You must approach your learning positively. Have you ever said to yourself or others, "I'm not good at math"? Perhaps you think that you are stuck with your present abilities to learn. The good news is that you are not. Your brain can change. It is possible to work smarter, not harder. This concept is appealing to everyone. Now that you have a growth mindset, let's focus on your thinking. That's right. See yourself as a problem solver. Ask yourself, do I understand this concept, or am I just cramming for the test? Ask yourself another question. Is there really a difference between studying the material versus learning the material? Question. Would you need greater effort to make an A on an exam or to teach the exam content? It is important that you stay in a learning mode. Learn the content as if you are required to teach the material to the class. Why is this important? The course concepts may be difficult. It may be necessary for you to understand one concept before learning another. In addition, it may be necessary for you to analyze the relationship between concepts before applying it to answer a question on an exam. The pyramid depicts different levels of thinking that we use when learning. Notice how each level builds on the foundation that precedes it. We must learn the lower levels before we can effectively use the skills above. For example, in high school, memorization and paraphrasing material were effective. However, in college, you will need to take it a step further. Identify components, connections, and relationships. Apply and arrange material logically. Use creativity, and evaluate your decisions and supporting views. In high school, did you only memorize information or paraphrase the information? Or did you simply summarize topics? What level of Bloom's should you use to make A's in college? After you understand the content, try applying it to another concept and evaluating your accuracy. Use the study cycle to up your game. First, briefly preview the material before class with your textbook. Look at pictures, tables, graphs, and subheadings in the textbook. Next, make sure that you attend lectures and engage in class discussions. Ask questions. Next, immediately after class, review the material. Familiarize yourself with new topics. Then, make sure that you study. Use an intense study session to go over the material. Lastly, evaluate your efforts. Make sure you learned the material well enough to teach it to your roommate or family member. The intense study session is broken into 4 parts. First, take 1 to 2 minutes to decide what you want to accomplish during your study session. Next, study with focus. Interact with the material. Third, reward yourself with a break. And lastly, review the material you studied. One study method is using a concept map. Concept maps help to develop higher order thinking skills. Another study method is to use chapter maps. Start broadly with the title of the chapter, and then break down the material into primary headings, subheadings, secondary headings, and so forth. The last study method is to compare and contrast concepts. How are the topics similar? How are the topics different? Record your answers. Make sure you use effective metacognition strategies, solving problems by looking at examples. Memorize specific numbers or dates. Always ask questions like why, how, and what if. Give many lectures on topics. Study every day. Use the study cycle with intense study sessions regularly. And finally, aim for 100% mastery, not just 90%. What strategy will you most likely use when preparing for your next test? Maybe you will preview and review or use content uploaded to eLearn. Maybe you will tackle homework differently, use your textbook, or practice teaching the material. Be intentional. Try a new approach to learning. Try it soon. Research indicates that if you do not use a strategy in the next 48 hours, you never will.